You too. Welcome back to another episode of Cade Palace. I was Cade. I'm debating if I want to change the name of the podcast to instead of being Cade Palace. I want instead of being called Cade Palace, I was gonna call it K Palace. Um, you know what I mean? I was gonna call it K Palace. So I think I might change it to K Palace. I'm gonna change the logo. I'm gonna keep the logo, but I'm gonna take the dub part out and probably keep the K. It's gonna look kind of weird, but we're gonna just go with it. But we got some breaking news. Damian Lillard is going to return tonight. He's missed he's missed most of the games with the blood clot in his calf. So they were kind of like monitoring it for some time in March, and he's been cleared to play, so he'll be back tonight against the Pacers. Obviously, him and Tyrese Halliburton. Obviously, him and Tyrese Halliburton. They were going back and forth when he was on the bench or whatever during a timeout. So, um, looking forward to seeing that matchup between him and Tyrese. Tyrese has a thing where he mocks Dame with the broken clock. So, yeah, we're going to see a lot of that during the game. But now that Dame is back, I got the Bucks officially beating the Pacers in the first round. Now, the only way this will happen, Dame and Giannis are going to have to click as soon as they get on the court. Um, Obviously, last game, I called out Kyle Kuzma. I say he was trash in that game, which he was. Kyle Kuzma had zero across the board in every statistical category, even fouls, um, even turnovers. He didn't even have any turnovers. So hopefully the Bucks can bounce back tonight. They lost by they lost by a lot the first game. So tonight they'll play, and we'll see how Dame is in his return. I think Dame's gonna have a big game. I think Dame's gonna go off like I think he might have 30 in this game. I think Dame goes off for 30. I think he's a little upset from the first game, especially when Tyrese went at him when he wasn't playing. So I think Dame might have a little chip, a little bit of a get back. Obviously, with Dame coming back, it gives them shooting, um, another playmaker, shot creator, shot maker. Big time shot maker as he's known for. So yeah, so good luck on the return. And yeah, we'll see what happens tonight in Indiana. Yesterday there was a back and forth crunch time game between the Knicks and Pistons. The Pistons got the win in the Garden at Madison Square Garden yesterday. Cade went off for 33. Cade, Cade was cooking the Knicks last night. He was cooking the Knicks last night. Dennis Schroeder was cooking last night. Even Tobias Harris hit big shots. He had 15 points and 13 rebounds. Um, Dennis Schroeder had 20 off the bench. James Duran was real aggressive. They didn't have Isaiah Stewart. Who cares? But they didn't have Isaiah Stewart yesterday because of like a knee injury or something like that. Um, but Star Thompson was seen guarding Jalen Brunson yesterday. Obviously, he's like the primary defender on Brunson. Statistics say that when Sarah Thompson guards Brunson he struggles a little bit in his game. But obviously, Sarah Thompson was in foul trouble last night. He was in foul trouble last night. He still has to like develop. Um, I think both of the Thompson twins need to get a jumper. There was a point in the game where Sarah Thompson missed two free throws because of they, yeah, a half court foul, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he missed two. 2 free throws, but all in all, they were able to get the win. Um, Cat didn't play as well yesterday. He had 10 points and 6 rebounds. Um, Jalen Brunson had the better game out of everybody on the team. Mikal Bridges was hitting clutch shots yesterday. He finished the game with 19. Brunson had 37, leading the whole team in scoring. Um, their bench is very awful. I'm gonna be honest. McBride is really the only one that's really Miles McBride. I thought his name was Deuce McBride. Or like, am I tripping? Okay, okay, but yeah, but McBride was the only player to have. He was the only player to score off the bench yesterday. They have to get some production off their bench. Cameron Payne didn't even play. He had 4 points, but he didn't even score. Landry Shamet didn't score. Mitchell Robinson had 0 points with 7 rebounds. Like, the bench played horrible. In the Knicks, it was a lot of defense being played, but when you look at the Pistons, I mean, James O'Durn had 12 and 13. Tobias had 15 and 13. 3 of the starters had double doubles. Cade Cunningham had 33 points and 12 rebounds. Um, you got to get more burn out of Tim Hardaway Jr. He had 0 points and played 21 minutes. You got to find some way to get him involved. Lee Beasley had 9 points. I mean, overall, the Pistons have a better roster than the Knicks. The Knicks have star power, but overall, Pistons have a team. The Knicks don't really have a team. They have starters, and that's it. So they definitely have to find a way to try and stop Cade from going off or getting hot. They're going to be in Detroit the next game. Now, the Pistons got home court, and this is the first time they made the playoffs in about like 8 years. I don't think the Pistons have made the playoffs since Andre Drummond was on the team. This was like 2016, I think. 2015, 2016, I believe. It's been a while since the Pistons made the playoffs. So obviously Brunson kind of re-injured the ankle a little bit, but he was able to come back in the game. But Cade was cooking yesterday. Cade was cooking yesterday. Shout out to the Pistons. You know what I mean? They're making some noise. I got the Pistons beating the Knicks in 7. I think it's a 7-game series. Yeah, so shout out to the Pistons. But the game that I want to get to is the Clippers and the Nuggets. Man, Kawhi went off. 39 points. He had to get his leg back after the first game. Man, Kawhi was looking like 2019 Kawhi in the finals against the Warriors. But Kawhi was so clutch last night. So clutch. And the Clippers were able to get the win against the Nuggets by 3. Obviously, Michael Porter had a better game, 15 points, 15 rebounds, but couldn't get it done. Jokic had 26, 12, and 10. Russ had 14 and 4. Jamal Murray had 23 and 6. Aaron Gore had 14 and 6. On the Clippers side, I mean, Zubac, who's a most improved finalist, 16 and 12. Kawhi obviously had 39. A block and a couple steals with 5 assists. Norman Powell had 13. He had some clutch shots. James Harden had 18 points, 7 assists, 2 blocks. Ben Simmons, Ben Simmons, 2 points. He didn't really do a lot. Batum had 6. Bogdanovich, man, he gotta get some burn. 15 points with no points. 15 minutes with no points is crazy. For Bogey Bogdanovich, for Bogey, for Bogey, man, he's known as a shooter, a scorer. He gotta get some burn. But Derrick Jones Jr. 6 had 6 off the bench. So yeah, man. But I still think the Clippers need like a post. Like the Clippers, it did get a little chippy between Norman Powell and Jamal Murray. It got a little chippy, but I still think the Clippers need a power forward, and Ben Simmons can be that power forward. But for some reason, he's just not there mentally. I don't think. Even though he got that one lay, even though he had that one layup to the basket, didn't do nothing after. But I mean, all in all, the game was really good. Now the series is 1-1. Same way with the Knicks and Pistons. The series is 1-1. With the Clippers going forward, they go back to LA. Now they got home court, and they're going to be back in their home court for the first time ever. The playoffs is going to be in the dome, no arena, first time playoffs. That crowd going to be heavy in there. It's going to be heavy in there. So if I'm the Nuggets, I got it being 2-1. I think they go up 2-1. I think the Nuggets might come back the next game. They'll tie it 2-2. They'll go back to Denver. I think the Nuggets might get it again in Denver, 3-2, and then the Clippers are going to go back to LA, and they're going to tie it 3-3. And I think this series might go to Game 7 as well, in my opinion. But obviously, um, obviously in that fourth quarter, um, obviously in that fourth quarter, you know, the Nuggets had some open looks to tie it. Joey's had an opportunity to tie it. He missed it. Then the Nuggets lose, 105, 102. I didn't tell the score of the Knicks. It was 100 to 100 Pistons, 94 Knicks. Some good playoff games being made now for tonight. Memphis needs to get their look back tonight. Memphis needs to get their look back tonight. Lost by 50. You gotta come back. You gotta win this game. Because if OKC go up 2-0, I think we know what the prediction might be. So y'all can either get swept or y'all can win one game. A gentleman's sweep, as they called it. I mean, it's up to y'all, but Memphis, y'all got the whole team got to be better. You know, like you gotta take that 50-point game loss and you gotta put that as extra motivation into this game right here. So we're definitely gonna see what happens. Obviously, tonight you got the Lakers and Timberwolves. The Lakers must win game. So if they go down 2-0, you don't want Anthony Edwards having two playoff game victories against two of the top greatest players in the league and two of the top 10 players of all time. That means that Ant's going to have Bron and KD both out the first round, eliminated by him. That's insane. Like, imagine Ant on his resume, I eliminated KD and Bron in the first round. That's wild. That's great for him, but that's wild for Bron and KD. You know what I mean? And the Timberwolves have a nice team, in my opinion. They just need more offense. But, I mean, in my opinion, they need more offense. I mean, Ant, yeah. Like, you might get some from Randall, Nasri, and DiVincenzo, and sometimes McDaniels. But Ant is really the primary scorer on that team. But the Lakers need to win. Luka, keep doing Luka. But I think LeBron is going to have to step up. You know, he's been kind of quiet. You know what I mean? He was quiet in the first game. Bron got to come out. Bron got to come out the gates firing. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I just dropped a vid about the Kevin Gates thing. This is bad timing. LeBron, you don't need to be responding to nothing like that right now. It's playoff times. Okay? You can't care about what Kevin Gates is talking about. I mean, like, I ain't gonna lie, I think Savannah needs to be. That's when Savannah got to step in, like, you know what, I got this. You know what I'm saying, babe, I got this. You go handle your business. I'm gonna fire back at Kevin Gates. You go do you. Like Braun, he's focused, he's locked in right now. And if he's responding back, like you already got into it with Stephen A. You know what I'm saying? It's playoff time. You can't get distracted right now by nothing that's outside of by nothing that's outside of hoop. So yeah, man, I think Savannah needs to take care of all the extra stuff outside of the hoop right now. Brown, you gotta be locked in because the Timberwolves gonna see you in the news about Kevin Gates. They like, oh yeah, they ain't locked in. They ain't locked in, and that's how they took it the first game. Y'all wasn't locked in. They they know they're the underdogs. Nobody wants the Timberwolves to beat the Lakers. You know what I mean? So they gonna take that and they gonna see the Kevin Gates thing like, yeah, they ain't locked in. But hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. This gonna conclude this episode of Peter Palace or potentially K Palace. I'm debating. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the video, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe if you're new to the channel. And we are out of here. Wait, hold on before I go. Did I miss any other games? No, okay, I got it all. Oh yeah, and before I get off, Shaq, yeah, you funny for leaving during the show to go use the bathroom. That was crazy. I seen that. That was funny as that was crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you. They always be doing some goofy shit. They always be doing like some goofy shit during the show. But anyway, y'all like, comment, subscribe if you new, man. I'm gone.